In this video I want to show you how you can fit an original Saiga or Izhmash furniture set to your E&L Airsoft. I won't film myself during the work because it's too much hassle to do the actual work and then operate the camera too, so I will stick just to filming the stuff I did and then tell you, doing this step by step instead of just filming the whole thing. So this is easier for me. I've already started with the buttstock, and there are some problems when you do this with a wooden furniture set, especially with the buttstock. I tried this with the Izhmash AK-74N buttstock, and when you drill the hole into the buttstock for this strangely looking rear trunnion on the E&L with this thing sticking out, you have to drill through this pin here, which secures all the wooden layers. And when you do this, you run into risk actually getting cracks in the stock. So I've abandoned the idea using the real wooden buttstocks. So I've replaced this original Izhmash buttstock with an E&L buttstock on my AKM, and this time I want to try it with a polymer furniture set, and this is a lot better and easier because the polymer buttstock, it's empty inside, and what you can actually do, well, you firstly have to get the shape right. You have to cut off this this front part here because obviously there's no place for it. You need also to drill the hole that fits the rear trunnion on the E&L, and then when you have done this, actually this already does work when you just drill the hole and make it fit. And the buttstock, when you do it right and have the right amount of material on the top, the buttstock gets squeezed beneath this upper part and this lower part, and it's already secure enough and doesn't wobble around. But what I've also did is use 2K epoxy glue, this here, and I used some stretch wrapper and some grease. I've greased this part here, and then after that I've rubbed this stretch wrapper around it, put the buttstock on, and then from behind I have put the 2K epoxy. I filled this from behind with the 2K epoxy glue, and this way you get a perfect imprint of your rear trunnion into the buttstock. And when you've done this, it will fit like a glove.
Like a glove?
It has the perfect fit without any wobble and movement. And what I will do next is drill holes in the upper and lower part of the buttstock here, just like on the original E&L buttstock, and then press some steel bushings inside to make it even stronger. And then the buttstock is finished. You can't use the original pistol grip. There's no place for the airsoft motor, but I've bought an LCT slim grip with the slim grip motor and use this. This is almost the original size than the real pistol grip. I also want to use an original gas tube without the cut here. The upper handguard is the easiest. You don't need to do anything on this part. You don't need to modify anything on this. You can just slip this on and it's done. The only part I need to modify is the rear part for the original gas tube. The lower handguard is a different thing also. You have to remove some material from the left and right, and also from the top. Don't remove anything from the bottom, so you still have the correct height on the receiver and the lower handguard. And after you have done this, you will notice that the shape of this lower handguard is different. There's no material, or not enough material at the bottom as on this part, and when you try to put it inside the handguard retainer, it can move up and down. The problem is that the E&L handguard retainer uses an AKM style on this AK-74. So originally the top part of the handguard retainer is partially closed. So you have two options. You can either weld small metal parts at the top, which I will not do. This is just too much work for this kind of problem. I will use simple epoxy putty. Put a little bit inside here, make a nice shape, and then install it, and then just press it slightly against the barrel, and then you also have an imprint of the barrel inside the putty. And this is also it will also be a good fit. It will not move up and down or left and right. So this is also something that I have to do, or you. I will now continue the work and show you the progress step by step. Let's recap what I already did to the barrel assembly and the receiver. I have reshaped the rear trunnion to make it look more realistic. These two surfaces on the rear trunnion are angled downward on a real AK, so I did this to the E&L too. Then I have welded two metal pieces inside the receiver to align the barrel straight inside the receiver. So the barrel can't move now to the left and right, and it's absolutely centered. And I've also added smaller metal parts to the left and right inside the magazine well, because I use E&L mid-cap magazines, and they had a little bit of side-to-side wobble, and now I could reduce this side-to-side play to a minimum. What I like about the E&L magazines is that when they are empty, you don't have a BB still stuck inside the magazine, so you can actually see that they are empty. This is not the case with the E&L magazines. And these are really cool because they are not pinned at the top, but you can actually disassemble them with this button here and push over the magazine base plate. So you can disassemble these magazines, these mid-cap magazines, from LCT like a real magazine. So they're really nice. You can get them in plum, in black, and also in this orange color. What I have done to the front trunnion on the E&L is I have added material on this part and this part. So this the barrel actually is also level with the receiver. There was play, so the barrel could move left and right. This is now gone. I have also modified the muzzle device, the flash hider or compensator or whatever you want to call it, in a way that it doesn't wobble anymore. And I've done a very simple modification. I've just removed a little bit material on this surface here, so you can actually screw this device one turn further so it can rest against the front side. And now you can notice that there is almost no wobble anymore. So this is also something I did. It was very quick and it's an easy fix to this problem. The barrel underneath the lower handguard retainer, I had to move the notch for the locking lever for the handguard retainer a little bit backward because of the original handguard, lower handguard. And I've also added a little bit material here at the top, so the handguard retainer can't move in forward or downward, so it sits straight on the barrel and is not canted to the front or to the rear. So this little bit material here prevents the handguard retainer from canting on the barrel. So these are now all the modifications I've done to the metal parts. I've also removed the magazine catch, the magazine release lever, and I will use an original lever for the as a magazine lever, but I will do a different video about this. The parts that I want to show you now that are modified is the buttstock, the lower handguard and the upper handguard with gas tube. I've already shown you the buttstock, what I did to the buttstock with the epoxy. I have now added stainless steel bushings at the top, and at the bottom I've glued them in also with black epoxy loop. It's a little bit tricky to find the right location for the hole, but what you can actually do, the simplest way is to install the buttstock and then just drill straight through this hole all the way down. And then what I have done is using an 8mm drill bit, and I've drilled the hole bigger, 8mm, and then with this stainless steel tube I have created my small bushings or liners for the buttstock, one at the top and one for the bottom. So this is now how it looks like. This buttstock sits absolutely straight without any play onto the receiver. I will show you the installation. This is the original upper screw or bolt, and this the lower bolt, and I have upgraded the lower bolt from M4 to M5. They are both now M5 and they fit absolutely flush without any play inside these two metal bushings. So screwing the top one in. This would be already enough, but with a bottom screw this buttstock sits absolutely wobble free and really strong on the receiver. And now the bottom bolt so both bolts are now tightened, and this buttstock is absolutely without any play, wobble, and is really sturdily attached to the receiver. So this is now the buttstock, and for the gas tube and for the upper handguard. The upper handguard wasn't a problem at all. You don't need to modify this piece when you use an original AK gas tube, and this is an original East German gas tube, and I have modified this part to make an LCT gas tube spring fit. So this goes this way over it, and now I have a gas tube spring which was not present on the E&L AK-74. I don't know why they don't use this spring, but it's more realistic for this kind of model. So this is how the gas tube looks. It was a lot of work with the Dremel and a few files, but when you have a little bit of brain, it's not really difficult to see where you have to remove material. So this is really an very easy thing to do. The lower handguard is a bit more tricky because I've told you that the E&L AK-74 lower handguard retainer uses an AKM style retainer, which is open and not partially closed like the AK-74 handguard retainer. So you have to make sure that this handguard can't move up, and I did this by gluing this putty inside here, and I made a perfect imprint with this putty to the barrel. So this is also absolutely wobble free with no play at all. And you also need to remove material on the top from this part here, which I already did. You don't need to modify anything at the front here. This is not necessary. To get the correct location of this handguard retainer notch on the barrel here, you can use permanent marker or a Sharpie, and by locking this locking lever, you can actually see little scratches on your Sharpie mark you did on the barrel, and then you can see where you have to cut the notch. So this is very easily done for this kind of job. So there's no rocket science or anything like this behind this job. So this fits now like this, clicks on. Now you can secure it with the handguard retainer. Like this, wobble free, no play at all. And for the gas tube and upper handguard, and it's on. Also wobble free, no play at all. And this is now how the AK looks like. E&L AK-74 with original handguard set. I don't know really about the original pistol grip, because there's not much room inside. It would be very time consuming to actually make the motor fit. I don't know if this is worth a try, but maybe I will try. I have not yet decided whether or not to do it, because the LCT slim grip with the slim grip motor is already realistic in size Well, pretty much. It's very close, so I don't know if I want to do this. But it's still an option, maybe for another video, but not yet. And here's, you can compare it with the actual original E&L pistol grip. So this is already a very huge step towards realism compared to this ugly brown pistol grip. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you get something out of it, and see you next time.